Flosstube, we're back. My name is Becca and this is Sweet Shadow Girl. You have reached SamBrie Stitches here on YouTube. This is a channel primarily about cross stitch, occasionally quilting and wool applique, and now cross stitch designing. Hi baby, thank you for the kisses. Okay, this is Flosstube number 114 and this is Thursday, May 26th. It feels like it's been forever since I've done an update, but it's only been 3 weeks and I've done content in between. You down? Okay. First off, I want to start with my deepest condolences for the families in Texas. I'm going to try not to get teary-eyed and I'm not going to talk about it for very long. Anybody who is in Texas is affected. Anybody in the world has been affected. If you get on social media, TikTok videos from all over the world, everybody is heartbroken. So I'm just sending my love, my prayers, and just use your voice and vote. We need to make the world a better place. It just breaks my heart. It really does. So a little bit of a life recap just to be really quick. Since it's been 3 weeks, it has been Mother's Day, so I hope all of you mothers out there, whether you have human children, fur babies, or celebrating with your mom or whatever, I hope that you had a great day. I took that day off and we went to Port Townsend as a family, which was really nice, and walked around. And then I went back the next day with my older daughter and we went to the antique store that I didn't get to go to, and that is where I found the first of many antique samplers, which we'll get into. So yeah, and I've made a couple of antique with me videos, and there goes Shadow. Somebody's walking by the house. Okay. As I was saying, it's only been maybe 3 minutes in and I've already had to probably edit this 3 times. Went back on Monday after Mother's Day with my older daughter and we went to the antique store that's there in Port Townsend. It is absolutely amazing. I did record a tour of some of my favorite things and posted it, so I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. I also found the first of, I think, 5 antique samplers I now own in 3 weeks. I have a problem. Really do. So that's what we did, and then I had my interview with the amazing ladies of the Country Stitchers. That was awesome. I'm so glad y'all enjoyed that as well. Then I got sick, and I was sick for about 5 days. It wasn't, COVID related or anything like that. I'm not sure what it was, but called out of work and then went in, worked the whole day because I don't have sick leave. And then left early on Sunday just because I was miserable. And then I went back to Port Townsend again with my younger daughter and her boyfriend, and they roamed around. And I went back to the antique store to try and see if I could get any further information on the samplers that I bought, which was a dead end there, unfortunately. So 3 times to Port Townsend in 1 week. Or a week and a half probably, because I was sick. And I did a video of that. I think I included the quilt shop that I stopped at and the larger antique store. So all of that was kind of combined for those videos. And then it was adventure day with my husband and we stayed somewhat local just because I wasn't feeling like 100%, and also gas prices are over $5 a gallon. I told him, if we needed to forego adventures for a while since it's supposed to be crazy over the summer, we could, but he said absolutely not. We'll still do our adventures. So we did stay local and we took Shadow. She's not very good at riding in the car. She likes to whine a lot. So we just went to Point No Point Lighthouse, which is probably about a half-hour drive from us. It's absolutely beautiful. Love the beach. We saw the local eagle. All those pictures you saw at the beginning were pretty much Point No Point Lighthouse. So I took one of my most favorite pictures I think I've ever taken of my husband with Shadow that you saw. It's just a boy and his dog because they love each other so much. So that one I'll probably get framed for him because it was just such a good picture. Then I was supposed to record last week on Thursday, but that's the day that the Beehive Mother Cluckers met up. And so we drove down to Cheryl's hen house and met up and hung out for a little bit. And that is where I took my antique sampler out of its frame. It was the scariest thing ever. And then Janine and I went to Acorns and Threads to kit it up. So that was a lot of fun, and you'll see that in a little bit. And I think that's it. Oh no, then I went antiquing with my older daughter. She has Mondays off from work, so we try to do something then, and we went to Port Orchard and I posted that video, and I found some goodies, and those are shown in that video, so I'm not going to show them in this one. So yeah, it was a lot of fun for the 3 weeks. It was a good 3 weeks, and it is starting to sprinkle on me, and I have all of my stuff outside, so we might have to move inside. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm still outside, but I'm underneath the overhang now because it's just sprinkling. I am gonna have to edit the you-know-what out of this video. I am so sorry for all the, the scatteredness of this video. Okay, so I did my life recap. I wanted to show a couple of finishes that some people did of my patterns, which is exciting. If you have stitched a pattern and you have a finish and you want to send it to me to show, I would love to do that. This first one is by Margaret, and she stitched Be the Change. And I love it. I can't believe people are stitching my patterns. It's like the coolest thing ever. So thank you so much, Margaret, for sending that to me. And then my friend Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, stitched our Beehive Mother Cluckers, and she customized it. If you want to know the story behind the dead upside down chicken, go check out Stitching with the Sisterlies and Audrey Stitchy Witch 42. But she did customize it, and she added some things up in the words. This also comes with an honorary Mother Clucker chart as well. So if you want to stitch it and be an honorary Beehive Mother Clucker. So thank you both so much for stitching my pattern. I love seeing people just making it their own and customizing it or whatever. So love it. I wanted to thank so many people for all the love and support for my designing adventure, for the asking you to be a public subscriber. Thank you all so much for just being so loving and supporting. I appreciate it. But when it comes to my designing, I cannot believe the amount of love and support that I've received. I want to name a few. There are so many people, but Brenda and Laura texted me and said, I'm not a model stitcher, but I want to stitch the model for you of Lizzie Payne Gross. And I was floored and speechless because that means the world to me. Laura's a friend of mine, so it makes it even more special that she wants to model stitch it for me. You'll see that in their video coming up. So that's exciting and means the world to me that I've been sending Brenda and Laura, every time I buy a sampler, I send them a picture and be like, I have a problem. Keep buying them. And then Carlene, she is on Instagram, and she had reached out and offered to be a model stitcher for Elizabeth Eldridge, which is very, very kind of her. I really appreciate it because she knows I'm an Ada stitcher, and I think she mentioned something about me cringing when I was talking about stitching on linen. I actually am stitching on linen now, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But thank you, Carlene, for offering to be the model stitcher. We're getting that all put together for her, so that's exciting. And Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, she had sent me a little start of the Lizzie Payne Gross ancestry tree. I have no idea what I'm doing on Ancestry at all. No idea. I purchased a subscription, but I'm so confused, and I don't even know if I have time to sit there and do all that. It's a lot. So she sent me the start on that, and so in return I sent her a copy of Lizzie Payne Gross as well, and she stitched it up. Both Laura and Michelle stitched it up super quick. Apparently you can stitch that in basically a weekend stitch, which it blows my mind. So she'll be showing that as well. So, and then Wendy, who is from the Heart Needle Art, has been so supportive and generous in her advice. She had reached out in response to something, and then now I'm just like, can I ask you one more question? Can I ask you one more question? So that just means the world to me that another, fellow designer is just willing to help a new designer kind of figure out the ropes, basically. And then Karen, who is K Stewart 22 on Instagram, she helped me get a start on Rebecca Eldridge, or not Rebecca, Rebecca Sarah Webb. Sorry, I'm getting all the names confused, and I'll show you those in a bit on Ancestry. So thank you so much for that. And Erin from Autumn Lane Stitchery, I think for like 2 weeks straight, we were messaging back and forth. I was asking advice on what I should do for my cover photos of my patterns and stuff, and he was so patient and so helpful, and even like sketched up ideas, and it was just, this community is absolutely amazing. And then Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery, I emailed him some questions and advice, and then recently he emailed me back, oh, I wish that I could have afforded it. This auction for, I think it was five samplers similar to what I got with Lizzie Payne and Elizabeth Eldridge. Man, it was so tempting, but it was so expensive. That would have just been the coolest thing ever, to get those. And then Janine McGowan from the Blue Flower, Janine at Acorns and Threads actually mentioned reaching out to her because she kind of got started the same way with Janine, kind of, hey, you need to design this. I want this pattern. So it was kind of nice to talk with her via email. Deanna from CherryHillStitchery and Chris Yo from As the Yoo Flies, they gave me printer advice, which was very much grateful. Megan, the Frozen Crafter, has been so helpful sorry, in the tax side of things, as well as advice on I had designed a chart, full transparency. I am still learning. I know nothing about the laws and that kind of stuff, and so I designed a chart that I was absolutely in love with, and I posted it on Instagram, and then Megan messaged me and she was like, hey, that quote might be copyrighted. And I was like, what? So I learned about copyright and how they have to be like a certain amount of years old, and the unfortunate thing is I had already stitched it, and I'm going to show it to you now, and I'm going to tell you the story. I wanted this to be a Memorial Day release. I love this so much. It says these colors don't run, and then the quote says how important it is for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes and sheroes, Maya Angelou. So I reached out to, I think it's called the Caged Bird LLC, to see about getting a license to use this quote. And, we've been communicating for a while now, back and forth. And they had asked for a 3-year license and a good chunk of money for the 3-year license, and limiting me to 300 patterns in the 3 years, which I know I wouldn't come close to selling. The problem is, after talking with a couple of, well-known designers that have been doing this for years, they suggested that it may not be worth it because I may not recoup that license fee amount quickly. And so as much as I'm so upset about this because I stitched it, as much as I love this, I think I might just release it as just a small for Memorial Day, or try to. I don't know if I even can get it FFO'd. Maybe into a flat fold I might be able to do it. I don't know. So I'm really bummed, but lesson learned that I need to do my research before just jumping in with an idea. So thank you, Megan, for catching that, and saving me probably a lot of headache from that. So I did finish my secret stitch, the sampler that is exclusive to Acorns and Threads. That was finished, and I brought it down to the Beehive Mother Cluckers meetup, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty cool, and they seem to really like it. And so I'm not sure when information will go out for that. I think what I can say is it'll be released towards the beginning of August, and it's an Acorns and Threads exclusive. So keep an eye out for that because I'm super excited. Okay, let me do the giveaway winners really quick. So because you guys have sat through probably 50 edits, it's one of those days. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so the first winner for the seasonal, these were donated by Carla of Cobweb Corner. I don't have charts from her this go around because she is on a vacation. You should go check out her channel and her Instagram because it's really fun to see what she's doing to help out her friends on the farm and stuff, her and her husband. So it's pretty cool. So the keyword for this was seasonal, and the winner is Amber Malone. So congratulations, Amber. If you would just email me and let me know that you won seasonal etchings and just send me your mailing address. It literally took me 3 weeks to ship out the winners from the last video, so I apologize. Hopefully this will be quicker. With everything going on, I just did not have time. The next one was the Bushland Quaker. This is so pretty, again, from Carla at Cobweb Corner. And this goes to Michelle Custer. So congratulations, Michelle. Same thing, if you could just email me and tell me that it put Bushland Quaker in the subject line, I'd appreciate it. And I actually redrew from a couple of videos ago because I didn't get contacted by the winner. So I redrew for Bloom. So you get the DMC and the Ada and the pattern. And the winner for this was Helen B. Helen B. So congratulations. Those were the giveaway winners. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Okay. Let's get going. First, I'm going to show you the antique samplers that I have purchased so far. I have 2 more coming in the mail. One from the United States, it's a Pennsylvania sampler, and the other one's from UK. So the first one that I'm going to show you, if you haven't watched my antiquing, are these. So these are what set everything off. I found this in Port Townsend at the antique mall, like in a corner, and couldn't resist. There's no year on it, so the information, and I don't think we even have an ancestry tree started for Elizabeth Eldridge. I don't even know how to do any of it. I've been so supported by many people sending me the trees. I appreciate it. So this one will be released once I get the model from Laura and get that all put together. And then this will be released once my model stitcher actually gets the fabric. I'm going to use Brandy's Be Stitch Me fabric for the bottom one. And then the top one is Weeks Dye Works Straw, I think is what we ended up using. And I want to say Onyx from Gentle Art, but I can't remember. But people have been asking if it's going to be kitted up. So Janine at Acorns and Threads has pulled some of the fabric, and I think she's going to try and have some kind of set aside. And y'all, people have already called in. There's already a wait list for Lizzie Payne Gross, and this stitches up in a weekend. I think that Laura said it was like 13 inches by 3 inches on 40 count. So I guess it's a quick stitch. So if you are interested in this, you know, you can call it or email Acorns and Threads and get on the wait list. And there's not an actual set date yet, but Laura's going to show it in her video coming up this weekend, and then she's going to mail it off to me. So as soon as I get it, I think I'll just take a picture of it before I get it framed or whatever, and get the patterns out. So that is, I can't believe I'm going to set this down here. I'm a antique reproduction designer. So weird, so weird. The other one that I'm going to show you that I think I'm going to kit up next, I'm going to go to Threadneedle Street with Susan Stanley in a week or two, and I think we're going to try and kit up this one. So I got this because I wanted a sampler with my name, Rebecca, and spelled like mine. So this is Rebecca Sarah Webb, and look at the back. I haven't taken it out yet. I'm not taking it out till I'm ready. But it's like the old wood still in there. So it's beautiful. I mean, it's missing, like, some of the fabric is torn and that kind of thing. But it says, "A plant of celestial growth, may it ever flourish in the bosom of Rebecca Sarah Webb, 1851. So I was torn on this, and I sent this to my sister, and I was like, I kind of like it because, you know, it's my name, and I loved the motifs. Like, the trees are just pretty. There's birds, there's hearts and crowns. I mean, that's totally me, right? So I sent this to her, and she's like, oh, that, you know, that saying that she stitched, that is intriguing. So I'm trying to see. So Rebecca Sarah Webb. So my sister started looking up kind of this speech and Googling it. And what she came up with was, we believe the speech was made in 1791. So Rebecca had to learn about it in school in 1851, which is, this is just so cool. So I think what she did was she took a quote, I guess, from a speech, and it was William Wilberforce. He did a speech in 1791, and this was taken from the Thomas Clarkson's History of the Abolition of the Slave Trade. So what he did, I'm trying to see if I can read it to you. So part of his speech, it was indeed a plant of celestial growth. So there's parts in his speech that she pulled. He who would see it flourish and bring forth its proper fruit. So she took parts of his speech, it seems like, and put it on her sampler. And he was an abolitionist, which was absolutely amazing. So what I was trying to find out is if she was linked to being an abolitionist as well, because it had such an influence on her. Again, I don't know how 100% accurate it is, but from all the research, and I don't think I've really started to dig into her ancestry on ancestry.com yet, but this is going to be my next one that I'm gonna kit up and reproduce and stitch. I know that I should do model stitchers for my bigger pieces, but I may have a model stitcher for the other two that are coming, but this one and the one that I'm working on, I just wanted to be the stitcher, so I don't know when they'll be released. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I'll show you my third antique sampler. It's a little bit difficult. If you've watched my Instagram and TikTok videos, you'll have seen it. But this is in a roll that Cheryl, Stitch It with the Sisterlies, made. but this is the one that I'm charting now. There we go. This is Elizabeth Horry, 1830. And I've got from this ghost, there's a ghost border up charted, and I'm already started stitching it. It says, Jesus, permit thy gracious name to stand as the first effort of an infant's hand, and while her fingers on the canvas move, engage her tender heart to seek thy love. With thy dear children may she have a part, and write thy name thyself upon her heart. Navanby School, Elizabeth Horry, aged 10, 1830. This came with all of the ancestry information, so it saved me a lot of work, which is really cool. So that was exciting on that. And we kitted it up with NPIs and a couple of Veriswa. I have never used these before in my entire life. This is the first time. Really expensive, but beautiful, beautiful colors. And then of course I have to have the floss bling from Crisio, of course, because I'm obsessed. Speaking of Crisio, this is actually supposed to be in my haul, but I wanted to put my sampler in it. Look at this bag that I got as the Yoo Flies. Look at this. I love it so much. So I've been using it. I've been breaking the rules. But oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Chris is just amazing. Amazing. I always link her down below. But there's her card. Well, she's always linked down below. So I've been, I just thought it was such a beautiful bag and it deserved to be used right away. Okay, so a story behind this. So we kitted up the colors, and then we picked out a 36 count, was it summer khaki? Walleye acorns. And then I got home and I was like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't match so well with the fabric of the original sampler. So I went to, and I guess we had missed a couple of the colors on the sampler. I was in a hurry. I met my sister. We were going to go to lunch, and then I had to get back on the road. So we missed grabbing two colors from the original sampler to, to color match. And so my friend Melissa offered to loan me a couple of her silks if we could find a color match. So I drove out to Melissa's house. She's a local stitcher and a good friend of mine. And we color matched the two silks that she had, which was awesome, and I need to get those replaced for her. But then she started pulling out fabric because I showed her what I chose, and I was like, I don't know, it really just doesn't match so well. And she just started whipping out all these linens. Like, she has 2 boxes of linens, which is awesome, and she's just pulling them out, and we narrowed it down to 3. And then we started really looking at the antique sampler, and it had some modeling to it. And so what we ended up going with was a 36 count vintage country mocha linen. And I mean, it's spot on. And this is what I've done in 2 evenings. I absolutely love the colors. And yes, I am stitching on linen. I am always going to be an Aida stitcher. And if any of my samplers don't have over 1, this one does, I will try and stitch it on Aida. But this is 2 over 2. I tried with 1 and it just didn't have, which is strange because I stitched 1 over 1 with 18 count and love it. But on this, and I know nothing about linen or silks, 1 strand on this just didn't work for me. So 2 strands it is. And I am in love. It's so crazy because I never thought that I always didn't care for antique samplers. Then I started designing like my smalls, and I found that, you know, antique sampler at Port Townsend. I was like, oh, this would be kind of fun to, you know, reproduce and put out there and not leave them sitting on a wall, these beautiful pieces that these young girls stitched. And then I got intrigued by the history, learning about these girls, knowing that I have a one-of-a-kind piece of history, really just intrigued me and sent me down this rabbit hole of wanting to buy all of the antique samplers. I need to slow down because I now own, well, those two I count as one in the frame, so 5 total. It's going to take me forever to chart all that, so I need to stop looking. I am looking for a Redwork sampler though still, and then a non-alphabet one, but man, those are expensive. Some go for thousands of dollars, so it's just crazy to me. Can't do that, but maybe someday if I, you know, become this crazy designer and earn lots of money, I can afford that, but not right now. And then really quick, I wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek of my patterns. I'm not going to show them all, but I'll show you a couple. This is what I decided for my cover photo. My husband said I absolutely had to put Bigfoot on there. So Bigfoot is on the bottom of every one of these. And then of course the title and then the name. And then I just tried to keep the picture. I just staged these pictures inside a light box. Brandy at Stitch Me has also given me tons of advice with the light box and the fabric coloring, and sending me fabrics and silks and such to use on my patterns, and she's just absolutely amazing. There's a discount code that I have linked down below too for one-time use for her, so you should definitely go check her out. And I use in my smalls, I use her fabrics and silks. So that's my cover photo in a lot of them. Like there's the Asa sampler. What I need to figure out for the program, because I use Stitch Fiddle for my smalls, and sometimes the back prints out really tiny, and this is cardstock. What I think I might do is I use cardstock for the front page, and then Janine suggested maybe using paper to save on cost for the other ones, but I kind of like all of it being cardstock. It's just kind of expensive. Or like this time, this is really big. I put Ace's picture on the back, so I don't know why the sizing is, and I need to figure out what to put on the back. I don't know, so I'm still playing around with these, but I printed these off. There's the Cluckers one with the ladies on the back. These are my Clucker ladies. So this is the makeshift one. This is the original, but I'm waiting to get a picture of that one. So I mean, so those are my charts for physical charts, and Janina Acorns and Threads will be carrying some of them. We haven't discussed what ones she'll be carrying or anything like that, but it's exciting that I'm getting there. That's the key word, getting there. Okay, let's get into some whips. So this is a take along with me to doctor's appointments and such. This is a Changed World from the Scarlet House. Absolutely love this one. I'm doing the Sal with Shannon Bromo, the Soda Stitcher, and it is Be the Change Sal. And this is where I'm at. So that filling in of that box is driving me insane, but that's all I've been doing, is just taking it to appointments and doing fill-ins or at my meetups. This is on 20 count. What is this? 20 count grog from Bee Stitch Me. And then there's initials down the sides of all the stitchers that I have come in contact with. My plan was to bring it to StitchCon and have all my friends initial it there, but plans have changed and there will be no StitchCon. My StitchCon shirt arrived the other day, and it just set me, that was a bad day. Like, I got really depressed. I know I made the right decision, but it just still bummed me out, you know? All right, so there's that one. I don't have much room with the location that I'm in. And now the sun's coming out. I'm not moving again, people. I'm not moving again. All right, this one I did not take out of the Q-snap. That's really bad on my part because I was working on it. So let me do that really quick. This is my design, so I don't have the chart to show you just yet. I got to take it out of the Q-snap. But this is where I'm at. So this should be finished soon. I think this might be my anniversary release at the end of June. My anniversary is June 30th. I wanted this to have a vintagey look because my husband and I got married in 1998. So I think that it looks pretty vintagey. I actually used a vintage Bee Stitch Me Ada cloth too. And these are all her silks. So I like it. It says a house is made of walls and beams. A home is built with love and dreams. And then I'm working on shadow down here. These are all my animals. And then I just have to finish the border. So that should be available soon. Well, not soon. I may wait to release it till the end of the month, but. And then I am behind because I've been trying to work on my antique sampler reproduction. But the stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop, I'm using 18 count. What is it? Just 18 count witch out. I don't even know what this is. I know it's an 18 count instead of the 14 they sent me, and all of the classic colorworks. But this is where I'm at. So the fourth part has been released. It's the middle of the house, but I think I put it in timeout because I messed up on the border all the way up here, and I'm now working down here and it doesn't match up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so frustrated. Everybody said to fudge it. We'll see. It drives me crazy when I have to do that. But so there's that one. And then I worked on this for a little bit because I absolutely love it. This is Marjorie Massey's. I think it's just primitive. I don't know the name of this, but I love it. And it's bigger than what I thought too. And I'm stitching this on 18 count mocha cream from Fiona's Craft Cottage with a called for DMC. And this is where I am at. So I have to finish the bottom border and then this section over here. But it's big. But I love it. The colors are so pretty. So pretty. So I've been working on that. All right, let's put these back because I just have two more whips. I've been busy. So let's do the first one. Is I am doing patriotic 4th stitching. So the 4th of every month, I definitely will be stitching on patriotic, or try to. I missed the 25th of December Christmas stitching thing. It's hard. It's hard to keep up. But I've finished the flag stitching part and I am working on the flag pole on the top half. That's gorgeous. This is on 16 count patriotic from Bee Stitch Me. Love it. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I'll have the bottom half to go. And then my last one is the elk. I didn't do a ton on it, but this is the elk anthem by the First Lady of Cross Stitch. This is the piece that my husband has been driving me insane to get done. plan is next year for our 25th wedding anniversary on June 30th. It hopefully will be done. We'll see. It's a little over 40% complete, and the third elk has made her appearance. She has such a big booty though. Oh my goodness. I could not believe that but look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that this is X's. This is 18 count oatmeal, 1 strand, DMC, and I just cannot believe that these are X's. It looks like a painting. Oh, love it. So yeah, I didn't get any quilting done. I feel so bad because I know my girls want their quilts, but I don't know how to separate everything, because now that I'm designing and I want to get my designs stitched and done, it's so difficult. So difficult. Okay, I am going to pause this real quick and go get my Stitchy Kindness and haul, and then there will be a giveaway in that as well. So hang tight and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So this is just going to be a mixture of Stitchy Kindness, or just kindness in general, and haul, because I didn't separate it. So when I went to my friend Melissa's house to color match some silks, her friend was downsizing and had given her a ton of quilting stuff. It was so cool. So she gave me a few unfinished quilts. I'm going to show you one. One unfinished quilt is, I think I will use if I reach 7,000 subscribers. I think that is a good giveaway. And the other one's like a baby quilt, or a kid quilt. So I'm just going to show you the one that I am going to keep. But she also got lucky and grabbed me Ray Dunn. Dad is my hero, and it's got that cool green color on the inside. So for Father's Day, for my husband, from the girls. And then a blue veteran mug, which is, I have a white one, but I wanted the blue one to add some color to my display. So thank you, Melissa, for thinking of me. I'm gonna be out of screen for a second, and grabbing those. And then she thought of me when her friend gave her this. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, there we go. So it's unfinished, or like it's ready to be quilted. The only thing is, her friend had started like sewing around the stars on a few of them, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. But I thought this would be awesome for like the wall. So it's just so cool. So she gave it to me. So we'll see if I can get like a long arm or somebody to quilt it. But I love that, and I think that's really cool. So thank you, Melissa. This was the piece of fabric that I got from Acorns and Threads. Yeah, Edinburgh linen 36 count summer khaki. So I'll keep this to see if, you know, if it can be used for anything. One of my Goodwill finds, I found a couple of things, but I wanted to show you this because I rescued it. This was stitched in Edzell, Scotland in 1988. And because I have a farm themed decor, I just grabbed these. Look at those sheepies. But yeah, this was stitched in Scotland. I don't know how it made it to Washington State and Silverdale Goodwill, but it was framed. Custom framed. So yeah. It doesn't have the person's name, but it just says Edzell, Scotland, 1988. And this looks like it's Ada. So thank you, fellow Ada Stitcher, for stitching these adorable sheepies. Love them. So I snagged that. What was it? $7. $7 for all that. All right. I'm gonna put this up here so I don't have to keep bending out of frame. I received a very, very sweet card from Deanna CherryHillStitchery, just thanking me for stitching her patterns. So Deanna's patterns I love. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. A couple of my favorite ones that I've ever stitched are her patterns. There's the Thanksgiving, the thankful one with the cornucopia. I can't remember the name of it. Give thanks? I don't remember. But it's one of my favorites. So you should go check her out for sure. She is also very sweet and very kind. From Acorns and Threads, it was in my bag, and I just didn't have them mail it to me. So Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. This finally came in, was also in my bag. Needfuls by the Scarlet House. I love these so much. So I got to get stitching those. And then this was also in my bag. These were just new releases. Let's see. I'm trying to keep stuff together. Oh, this, I should have shown this at the beginning. Sam made me for Mother's Day, my older daughter. So she says she's going to keep up the tradition of a snarky pillow every Mother's Day. This is the second one. It says, Mom, thanks for putting up with my, and then there's a bad word. But she finished it herself, which is just the coolest thing ever with all of my supplies. But I love it. And so now it's going to go in my display. So it's my second snarky pillow for Mother's Day from her. So I thought that was kind of cool. Love that she stitches. Okay. So Chris Yo from Yoo Flies sent me some of her new floss bling I have not taken out of the bag. But Christmas in July and some Christmas ones. So here's It's Christmas Time. How cute is that? And then look on the back, she put the little reindeer. And then the Santa one that says Merry Christmas. And on the back, she added the little, like, she is so talented. And then this one, oh yeah, Christmas in July with a little elf. And then on the back, look how adorable that is. Chris is so clever. She's so clever. And then this is so cute. Christmas in July. And it says relax and enjoy on his pants. And then on the back, there's a flamingo. And guess what? I'm going to use this one as a giveaway. It will come with one of the metal doohickey things. I absolutely love these so very much. And thank you, Chris, for sending these to me. I'm obsessed. Sometime when I don't have much content, I will have to go through all the floss bling that I have and show you, because when I say I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. So for this, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, please be 18, please be a public subscriber. And, you know, if you feel so inclined, please go follow Chris's Etsy, I'm going to choke, Etsy shop, as Yoo Flies. That's where she posts her stuff. So cool. And the keyword for this is July. So, July. So that'll be a giveaway. There's another giveaway coming up too. And I left the box inside, so I'm going to have to pause again. And then I pre-ordered from Carolina Cross Stitcher, Kathy and Peter. They sent me a little card, and I pre-ordered, look at this big honking spool. So hopefully I'll design something to go on this. I forgot the measurements that they told me, but I mean, this is gorgeous. And then it's, yeah, handcrafted by Peter Firth. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So they're on Instagram, and I can't remember if they actually opened up an Etsy shop or not. But go follow them on Instagram, because they post stuff on there. And that's where you can grab the beautiful, beautiful scissor holders and bowls and wooden spools. Just absolutely amazing. And then I ordered from Forbidden Fiber Co. I had to grab the Outlander kit, I guess it's called. And so it came in this bag. It's really pretty fabric. I love that. And then it came with, these are the colors that it came with. I've never tried Forbidden Fiber Co. colors. So there's these. And then the chart is actually really cute. I'm always nervous when I buy mystery boxes that are based on like a mystery pattern. This is Blood and Bone. And so those are the colors for it. So there's that. And then the fabric is a 14 count tumbleweed, which is really pretty. I'm just not a big fan of 14 count. And then there is a needle minder. So it's really neat. I don't know when I'll stitch this, but you know, anything Outlander I gotta have. I snagged this off of eBay. This was one of my unicorn charts. It arrived all wrinkled and the corners bent and not packaged very well, so I was really upset, but it's here and it's mine, and you know, I can read it and it's fine, so excited about that one. And then when I went to the quilt shop, she was having a sale, so I bought a layer cake to go with the Americana sewing panel that I had got. So I bought these. And then I guess I can't really show you this in full, but she had quilt panels up on the wall, and like this one of the cabin, this is the bottom half, and then the trees, that's upside down. But so I got that one for our wall, but I got this one for my husband. I don't know when I will ever do anything with it, but I can't see. So there's the elk, and then his reflection that's his reflection. So, and then I got matching, I think I got the matching fabric to go with the cabin panel. So I don't even know why I buy more fabric. I don't even have time to do what I want to do. What is this? Oh wait, I forgot. I do have giveaways from Carla at Cobble Corner. They were just at the bottom of my thing. I forgot that she sent extras this time. So we're gonna do giveaways. This one is, I'm just gonna do one this time. Let's do the summerish one, and that one will be next. Okay, so from Carla at Cobweb Corner, Tiny Modernist Cross Stitch Mermaid Garden. So if you'd like this one, just say mermaid. Oh, birds are talking. And that'll be next time. I am terrible. All right, then I got this, and then one last thing from to do the fat quarter shot stuff at the end, and there'll be a giveaway. So I got the Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop, and these are the May. They look like beautiful neutrals, so very excited about that. And sorry for the crinkles. I know some people like them and some people don't. Apparently I did not take these out of the package beforehand. 18 count Bronze Age from Bee Stitch Me. Bronze Age is one of my favorites. She sent me an extra one because I was using that for designing when I first started. It is a really nice mottled neutral. And then she sends me fabric to show you. This one I think was just, it doesn't have a name, and I can't remember. I think she was looking for a name for this one. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. I wish I would have had this. My sister is model stitching a beach themed sampler for me, probably for release around market time if I get to go to market. And then this one I really, really love. This is Dusty Cottage. Look at that prettiness. That's so pretty. I love Brandy's fabrics. I'm excited for Brandy because the attic has placed an order with her, and soon Janine at Acorns and Threads will have some of her fabric because my designs use them and my exclusive uses it. So I'm excited for that. All right, let me go get the fat quarter stuff and do the one last giveaway. Okay, what's new with the fat quarter shop? Everything is falling everywhere. Okay, some of these I'm gonna save for 7,000 subscriber giveaway because I already have 3 giveaways for this video. But I wanted to show you what's new, or actually I'm gonna do 4 giveaways. So what's new is Amaryllis quilt pattern. This is by It's So Emma, and it's super, super pretty. I want to keep all the quilt patterns, but I just don't have time. So I'm going to give this away to all my quilters. So just say quilt for this one. Quilt. And then they have 3 new bags, and I don't want to take them out because I will be using these as giveaways for my 7,000 subscribers. But the colors are Misty, Bluebell, and Peony. Their bags are super, super cool. I love them. So those are the 3, and those will be saved for a giveaway. And then cut, sew, press, or cut, press, sew. It would help if I could read. Yeah, gotta love it. This is by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet. It's a very cute cross stitch pattern. And you can find all these on the Fat Quarter Shop. And these are exciting. I'm gonna have to learn how to do paper piecing. But they sent 6-inch snail trail quilt blocks for foundation paper piecing, and also 12-inch. So those are pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever learn paper piecing, but at least I have that to try. And then the last giveaway is going to be, reaching down, the kit for the Mystery Boo Crew Stitch Along. This will be starting at some point in June, I think it is. They don't have a set date yet. But they sent a kit for me because I'm going to be participating. And what I chose, I actually chose 18 count. I got a separate fabric that they sent me. So I chose this one. This is a Fabric Flare 18 count Spooky Hollow. It's the lighter version of it. I'm not taking it out yet. But I thought that would be cute with the pattern. And I'm using the Classic Colorworks. They also sent a needle minder and a little ghosty chain. They only sent 1 of these each, so I'm going to keep the needle minder, but I'm going to include the ghosty in the giveaway. And then there's the bag, which will go with both. So for the giveaway for y'all, it's going to be the called for 14 count Ada. It's a pretty peaceful purple is what it's called. It's very pretty. You will get the DMC thread pack. I will give you my ghosty. So he's like a clip for your bag. And you will get the bag. And of course you will get the PDF version of the Boo Crew pattern. So for that, just say boo. And that is everything. I have no idea how long this video was because I had to start and stop it so many times. You would think that I would know how to record videos and such by now, and be organized, but nope. And I'm really annoyed because it stopped raining, and it would have made life much easier where I originally was set up. One last thing is I'm going to include my bee decor tour at the end. I honestly cannot remember if I even showed that yet. If I did, I'm sorry. If I didn't, enjoy. I try to look back through my videos. I know I did this spring, and I know I switched out my bee late, so I don't think I did, and that's coming down Memorial Day or the day after, because we have plans for Memorial Day. As a family, I think we're gonna go hike out to a lighthouse. I can't remember what the name is called. Laura recommended it, and it's a 5-mile hike to the lighthouse and then 5 miles back. For the life of me, the name escapes me, but I think that's what we're gonna do on Memorial Day, and I will be thinking about the friends that we lost when my husband was deployed to Iraq in 2006. And just remembering, I know people are confused the difference between Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day. Memorial Day is to remember those that we lost who served. Veterans Day is to celebrate those who served and are still with us. That is my husband, he is a veteran. Armed Forces Day is to celebrate all of the armed forces that are currently serving, which that just happened, and we had a parade that I didn't get to go to because I had to work. So yeah, those are the differences, and they all mean a lot to me and to my family. So I hope that you all enjoy a nice extended weekend, and that Memorial Day is a day that you remember a loved one or a friend or someone that you lost in the line of duty, basically. And until I see you all again, hopefully in 2 weeks instead of 3, happy stitching, everybody. Okay, so this is my bee display decor tour for my hutch, basically. So here's the bottom section for the honeybee section. This was a Rovaris pattern, I believe, that I have stitched. This was a gift. Isn't that adorable? So this is my honeybee section. Then we go up. Be kind. This was a freebie during the COVID, I believe, time frame. I can't remember. And then this is mine, my design, Be the Change. That picture frame I found at Goodwill. So there's that section. And then this one is Be Happy. And those are a couple of the freebies. That's an Autumn Lane Stitchery one. I remember that. This one I can't remember who it's by, but it was during the Be Well and Stitch. All those. So there's that one. And then the top section here, that is my pattern that I've released. And then there's a hands-on design pattern up there, the Meant to Be. I love that candle. A little crocheted bee that I bought from a local crafting area, or like a crafting fair. And then the queen bee section, that is a CherryHillStitchery piece. And then this one, I can't remember who this is by, like Little House Needleworks or Country Cottage Needleworks, I can't remember. And then all, you know, Rae Dunn, I don't have to say that every time. Rae Dunn everything. And then this one is the Buzz. And then I think this is also a CherryHillStitchery pattern. Very cute. So there's that one. And then my Rae Dunn Queen Bee blanket. And then another hands-on design, Humble Honey. It's the bee's knees. I found this finishing piece at Goodwill. And then you go over here. There's the queen bee, Ray done. Create your own sunshine. Honeybee. And then my wool applique. Don't mind the security camera, but then my wool applique bee and strawberry mat. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed.